Hollywood.
I so forgot you do.
La 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 Hollywood. Welcome to the 6th annual Goodies Show, or our Geek Awards, I guess. These are awards that we want to put out for the 2020 films that we liked.
Yes.
Some of them are Oscar winners or Oscar-nominated films this year. Some of them are just movies we liked.
There you go.
Actors we liked.
And you're going to be like, why? Why is that in your list?
Exactly.
But it's our list, so don't worry about it.
Now, 2020 was a really hard year, to actually view movies, to look at these contenders because of the pandemic and all of the stuff that came with the theater closures and all of that. Mm-hmm. So it was really tough to do this.
Yes. Especially when we were going through the movies, I was like, I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, so, but you know what? Regardless, this show must go on, pandemic or not, and these actors did a dang fine job, and some of them didn't, but we liked them, so they're going to be in it anyway.
There you go.
All right, so our first nominee is for Best Supporting Actress, and the nominees are Amanda Seyfried for Mank.
Okay.
Catherine Newton for Freaky.
That's an interesting choice.
Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. Yeon Young-jung for Minari. I had to throw that in there because she was actually phenomenal in that movie.
Oh, there you go.
And Salma Hayek, because it's Salma Hayek for Like a Boss.
For everything.
For everything. And the goodie goes to Amanda Seyfried in Mank. She was phenomenal in that movie. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check her out. She was really, really good in it. I was this close to making it Salma Hayek.
I mean, who would have blamed you?
Because it was Salma
I'd have been like, yeah, it's Salma Hayek. Why not? Whatever, you know, all the categories, Salma Hayek.
Exactly. Best actor, Salma Hayek.
No. So that brings up our next category, which is supporting actor.
Supporting actor, okay.
All right. And the nominees are Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson.
Edward Cullen, there you go.
Tenet,
okay.
All right. I can't read this.
Lakeith
Stanfield. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Fantastic.
I gotta work on the help around here who's doing these cards. Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Bad Boys 3.
That's right.
I don't know how he made this list.
Bad Boys for Life.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Trial of
The Chicago 7.
Yeah, of the Chicago 7. Sorry, once again, writing.
Phenomenal movie. He was great.
Lastly, Leslie Odom. One Night in Miami. And the winner is Lakeith Stanfield.
Hell
for
yeah!
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Very nice. Come a long way since Get Out.
Yes.
For a while, I thought he was Dave Chappelle.
One of the things too is that it's good that he was able to get another something that could branch him out as an actor, and something that is being recognized as much as this film is. Will do more for his career as opposed to keeping him from being typecast as the guy from Get Out.
All right. So it is now time for our Lifetime Achievement Award.
All right.
Now, this is something that we, for our Goodies Hall of Fame, but our Lifetime Achievement Award, this is to recognize those that have put in some dang good body of work, whether it's in front of the camera or off camera.
Right.
And they've been powerful influences and amazing people. We started with Will Smith.
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
Sylvester Stallone. Last year was Tom Hanks.
It was Tom Hanks last year.
And this year is the icon, the father of the mixed martial arts.
Yes.
And the founder of the Jeet Kune Do.
So we go from getting jiggy with it to getting kicked in the face.
To Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
That's right.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
That's right. Bruce Lee is, you know, we had said that Sylvester Stallone could have possibly been the first one.
Yeah, I think when we were first talking about it, he was potentially the first one, but you know, we couldn't pass on Will Smith.
But you know what? Bruce Lee could have been in those top three at least.
Exactly.
You know, seriously.
Yeah.
He
The
was-
number when they come out isn't based on their relevancy or the importance of that person. It's just that every year we want to take the time to recognize somebody who has had a Hall of Fame career.
Absolutely. And you know what's even more special about Bruce Lee is the fact that his career was ended and cut short.
Yes, and
You know,
how
so
much more
fast.
he could have done.
Absolutely. And the ideas that he had, the potential he had, his whole idea as far as what he wanted to do with the game of death was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that right now. All right, so Bruce Lee was born in 1940, which is the year of the dragon.
Ah.
And it is the hour of the dragon between 6 and 8, so I guess 7.
Okay.
He was
Between 6 and 8.
that would be 7. The hour of the dragon. His birth name was actually Li Junfan, and his father was Li Hui Chuen, who was an opera star at the time that was performing in San Francisco.
Tidbit I did not know.
Yeah, which actually was benefited Bruce because he was an American. He was born on American soil, so he was actually an American.
Right.
He was when they had gone back to Hong Kong. He got into a lot of fights.
Right.
He did make a lot of films. You know, as a youth, he did make films. You know, with the help of his dad and all that. But he was always getting into fights in the streets. So he got beat up and learned how to do Wing Chun through Ip Man.
Right.
So he was trained by Ip Man and became a really fluent when it came to the martial arts.
Right.
Left Hong Kong to attend when he got older. Left Hong Kong to attend the University of Washington, Seattle.
Okay.
And there he actually got by he was teaching cha-cha lessons. And he was teaching martial arts. He opened schools.
Which is funny because we always talk about all the students of Bruce Lee. I was one of the early students for when he was teaching Kung Fu, when he was teaching Jeet Kune Do. Nobody comes out and was like, hey, I was one of the first students when he was teaching cha-cha.
He taught me cha-cha,
I know,
baby.
I'm an amazing cha-cha dancer right now, thanks to Bruce Lee.
You know, to be honest with you, if you really think about it, I think that the footwork in dance, and we always talk about this,
Right.
like with ballet. Like ballet, you know, there's no shame in putting my son in ballet and having him play basketball because the footwork that he learns through dance,
Right, helps him be a better player.
correct. And the same thing one would say. Dancing with the martial arts.
Right.
There is a lot of choreography, obviously,
Right.
there's a lot of footwork. So it would make sense that he was so good in martial arts from all of the footwork and everything that he learned through cha-cha. What do you think?
there's a boxer, Vasily Lomachenko. He has 2 gold medals in boxing. When he was first learning how to box, his dad taught him how to box for the first couple of years, stopped, then made him go learn how to dance. And then once he learned how to dance for a few years, then put him back into boxing because he wanted to make sure his footwork was so well. So
And it helped.
Yeah, it definitely helped. It's like
absolutely.
he's one of those boxers that has great footwork in the ring. He moves so well. So just like you said, it's like it does nothing but help. So don't feel like less of a man for learning ballet.
Absolutely. Hey, you see a guy,
You can probably kick somebody's ass.
You could kick your ass. Anyway, he angered many in the Chinese community when he was teaching because he was teaching non-Chinese.
Right.
So all different diversities and ethnicities that he was teaching upset a lot of those in the Chinese community.
Right.
And they actually sent people to challenge him.
Right.
To if he lost, he has to stop, but he kept beating up everybody.
Right. There you go.
So
Do you think if he had opened his
School?
business, his school, that's the word I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't pull that up. If he had opened his school in an Asian community,
Well, he was.
Yeah, I mean, but if he had opened it in an Asian community and most of his students were Asian, would he have even gone through all of that stuff? It was like if he had been making money from the Asian community, would he ever had to deal with that adversity?
If at the end,
like I feel like he got that because he was like, hey, I need to make money. I don't care who I teach it to.
Honestly, I don't think that, and I think that a lot of it had to do with the discriminations that the Chinese went through at that time, and he was really inspired by other cultures, and it was one of those things where other ethnicities did not respect the Asian culture, but he would embrace their culture.
Okay.
And he wanted to bring everybody in. Show me your culture. I want to see. Let me show you mine, and so forth.
Right.
Where he was a true, a true embrace. He embraced like everybody, and that was. That's what made him such a freaking awesome human being with that.
Okay.
He did a demonstration at the Long Beach International Karate Championship, which led to, I guess he was scouted by a producer.
Yeah, you can still find the video. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, and it led for him to go to the Green Hornet.
Yes.
And in Hong Kong, the Green Hornet was actually known as the Kato Show.
Kato Show.
Like, Green who?
I mean...
Green Hornet.
To be honest, here in the United States, it was known as the Kato Show because didn't nobody really care about the other character. They only really cared about when Kato was on screen anyway, so...
Yeah, like, and then, like, freaking Green Hornet was like Robin. He became Robin.
In a sense, right?
Right. Anyway, so after doing the Green Hornet, he did a TV show called Marlowe with James Garner, and he or was it a movie? I think it was a game. No, wait, I can't remember. Anyway, regardless, he came up with the concept for Kung Fu. And that was something that he was very passionate about. It was a passion project that he really wanted to get off the ground because he wanted to highlight the Asian, that Asian culture and to show it to the world.
Right.
But producers did not want him in the lead. So that was one of the many times that he felt discriminated against because they did not feel that an Asian could pull off as a leading man.
Wow.
And he was determined to make this happen. That part went to David Carradine.
Right.
And who had never done one lick of martial arts ever.
But could he dance?
Possibly. But they gave him the part. He was successful at it.
Right.
The TV show was successful, but yeah. So after that, he did depart to Hong Kong, where he made some films. Now these 4 films that he made. So you got The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, and then Game of Death, I guess, if you really want. I mean, it was kind of like halfway, but
Chinese Connection.
well, yeah, Fist of Fury with Chinese Connection.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Okay, I got you. Fist of Fury, The Chinese Connection, Return of the Dragon.
Yeah,
He did those 3. And there was a 4th, but we'll get to the 4th in a little bit. Anyway, so the 3 that he did launched him. Really, the Big Boss, Fist of Fury, The Big Boss, he was actually a secondary actor, and there was another actor that was supposed to be the main star of it. But because of his screen presence and his ability in the martial arts and how they captured him in film, it was like, okay, we got to make this guy the star. Like, that's it. He's got to be the star. He's too charismatic. Look at the presence, the screen presence alone. So they made that switch, and it blew up.
Right.
Once the Chinese Connection came out, or Fist of Fury, because the other one's the Big Boss, right?
Yeah.
Once this one came out, that one kind of showed a different side of him, because in the movie he fought really hard to, fight the emasculating ways of the Japanese to the Chinese.
Right.
So he was not going to put up with that, and because of what they did in that film, the Chinese community embraced him even more.
Okay.
And that film was huge to the point where Golden Harvest and Raymond Chow basically gave him creative control of Return of the Dragon, which was solely Bruce Lee.
Do whatever you want.
Writer, director, actor, martial arts choreographer, everything he did on that film, and it is, with the exception of the one that made him the global star, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Right.
That was probably his best movie, especially with the iconic fight scene with Chuck Norris at the Roman Coliseum. What do you think?
Oh, it was great. All these films are great. And his career, like you said, very much so cut short. It's very sad to really think about the fact that what could have been if he got to do more.
Royally.
But all these are great films, and he's well deserving of this Hall of Fame award.
Absolutely. He broke a lot of barriers.
Yes, definitely so.
And it wasn't until Enter the Dragon that made him a absolute freaking icon. That movie was made for $850,000. To this day, right now, it has grossed $350 million.
Sounds like a sequel's needed.
Fun facts on Bruce Lee. Ranked 100, top 100 movie stars of all time.
Oh, that's cool.
He was 128 pounds and 5'7".
Wow, that's tiny. That's tiny.
He taught Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Steve McQueen, and James Coburn.
That is cool, and I don't think any of them can fight nowadays.
Well, they're dead. Well, except Kareem.
Yeah, I was about to say Kareem.
Okay.
I mean, it proves my point, though.
He was always challenged on the set. Everybody wanted to fight him. And he trained to the Mission Impossible theme. That I did not know. So you can imagine Bruce Lee's doing his stuff and all right. And for all you gamers out there, Liu Kang is inspired by Bruce Lee.
Right.
Fei Long is inspired by Bruce Lee. And martial law from Tekken is inspired by Bruce Lee.
Right.
So congratulations to the Little Dragon and to one of our biggest influences and one of the best action stars of all time, our newest inductee to the Goodies Lifetime Achievement Award, Goodies Hall of Fame, Mr. Bruce Lee. All right.
Yes.
All right. Next.
No, it's on me.
It's on you.
I'm sorry. Lost track. I was so enthralled by what was going on with the Lifetime Achievement. All right. So next award. Is Best Actress.
Best Actress. All right.
All right. And the nominees are
Carey
Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Frances McDermott for Nomadland. You should see the writing here.
I write fast.
Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Awesome.
I thought I said that wrong for a second. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? That didn't sound right at all. Gal Gadot.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
For Wonder Woman 84. And Margot Robbie for Birds of Prey. Guess what's not winning? And the winner is... Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And that sounds so bad every time I say it.
It does. But she is absolutely phenomenal in this movie.
She is. But can we maybe call it something else? Can we MRBB or something like that? Because it feels like I'm talking about her ass. That's what it feels like I'm saying.
Amanda Waller's ass. All right.
But no, well deserving. Thank you very much, Viola Davis. Good job there.
Very, very good job. Okay. All right. And our next category.
Right.
Best Actors. And the nominees are John David Washington for Tenet, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Will Smith for Bad Boys for Life.
I don't know why it's on the list.
Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah.
All right, see, this is heating up here now. This is heating up.
And Stephen Yen for Minari.
There you go. How did Will Smith make this list?
All right. And the goodie goes to... Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Good job.
Fantastic.
He has now won 2 goodies today, right?
No, Lakeith. The movie
Oh, I'm sorry.
won
The movie is 1, 2 goodies. Sorry.
Phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal movie.
Phenomenal
obviously.
movie. Phenomenal movie.
All right. So our next category is Best Director.
Best Director.
All right. And our nominees are Regina King for One Night in Miami. David Fincher for Mank, because that does not look like Mank.
It's Mark.
Emerald Fennell for
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Women. Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. And Christopher Nolan, I can read that one, for Tenet.
For Tenet. Okay.
And the goodie goes to... Regina King for One Night in Miami.
Absolutely.
Good job, Regina King.
Regina King, Craig's sister. She deserves it.
She is having remember when Matthew McConaughey was having like his
reconnaissance?
This is the Regina Kingensis, the Regina sense or something like that, because she was in Watchmen. She was in what's that? She did a bunch of things for HBO.
Yes.
The Leftovers.
And then she directed that.
Yeah, it was like she is taking off at the later part of her career.
Absolutely. And you know what? They did not. They snubbed her in the Oscars. They snubbed her in the Oscars, and they did not nominate her for that film. When you have that kind of a story, and you have those 4 characters that or that whole feature that centers around Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and there's who's the 4th one? Oh, I'm awful. Either way,
don't put my blackness on the spot.
Either way, she did a phenomenal freaking job on this.
No, she did a great job.
It's almost like she had 4 bios right there in front of her,
and to be able to handle them all.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times when you try to mix too many different characters in a particular movie, pieces get lost.
Right.
And things get overshadowed to where you're like, okay, why was that even in here if you just kind of treat it like that? So the way that she handled this film was great, and it was well deserving.
Absolutely. And Terrence will put who the 4th one is right on the bottom.
Or maybe
either way, Regina King was phenomenal. I hated that you got snubbed, but you know what? Don't worry about it, because you got a goodie today.
You did.
You did.
I mean, you can come pick it up whenever you want to.
Absolutely. All right, and now for our final category. And as I said before, 2020 was a difficult one to do because of the pandemic and everything. But there were some pretty good films out there. And here are the nominees for Best Picture.
All right, ready for this one.
Tenet.
Why?
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman, all right.
Minari.
Minari, all right.
One Night in Miami.
Keep the scraps going.
Mank.
Because you could read it.
Bad Boys for Life.
That should not be on the list, sir.
And Wonder Woman 84.
That shouldn't be on the list either.
But it is. And the goodie for Best Picture of 2020 goes to...
Guess what it's not?
Promising Young
Yes,
Woman.
all right. There you go. We got it right, Hollywood. We got it right.
Terry Mulligan was absolutely phenomenal in this movie.
Yes.
If you have not seen this movie, watch this damn movie. It's freaking phenomenal. She is amazing, and it's got an ending that'll freaking, it's a twist. It's awesome. It's amazing. So, anyway.
All right.
So, thank you so much for joining us on this, on our sixth years of doing this. 6 of these. It's crazy, but you know what? It's a lot of fun doing it. So we hope that you liked it. If there's any kind of, if anything was snubbed on this, if anybody got snubbed on the goodies, please leave your comment below. Terrence.
Yeah, like you people who were like wanted that Bad Boys for Life award, no, or that Wonder Woman one, no.
Or that Birds of Prey one.
Birds of Prey one, no.
No.
But if anybody wants to come pick up their award, please do. We have these lovely awards for you here at the Goods headquarters. You're more than welcome to come pick it up. We know that they mean a lot to you guys, so they'll be waiting for you right here. All right.
Terrence,
but if you've sat through 6 of these, or maybe this is the first one that you've ever seen, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification button so that way you're aware of the 7th next year, maybe possibly, that we might do. Or you can just rewatch the other 5 that we did before and see the picks that we had those years as well. Go ahead.
Hey, with everything that was delayed in 2020, that means 2021 is going to be jam-packed with films.
The 7th year of the goodies.
So the 7th year of the goodies is going to be an interesting one. So for Terrence and myself and Carla that just got here, I'm Manny. That's Terrence. We'll see you next year. Either one. Whatever you say.
Real quick, if you're still here, because we do these into the video little blooper things. If you're still here, look down. There's a link here for Patreon. If you guys like the show, please give us money. Give us money. We'll take a penny. We'll take a nickel. We'll take a dime. We'll take $1. We have some stuff on there that we're giving away on Patreon if you do contribute, because trust me, we need help. We need help. We want to buy new equipment, and we need an editor. Somebody who doesn't have to stay up in the middle of the night. Or they'll have to stay up in the middle, but I won't have to do it. So please, down patreon.com/thegoods. It's in the link. Please do it. We appreciate it.